Okay. Hello guys. I hope all of you can hear me, and we'll just wait for like a couple of minutes, and then probably we will begin with the lecture. Right. So in the meantime, we'll just wait for all the students here. Right. So if you can tell me in the super chat if all of you can hear me or not, and then based upon which we'll start the lesson. Right. Uh, and then we'll see. Right. So you can ask all the questions that you may have about, how do you get a job? Obviously, it's a very difficult time to get a job. In fact, the last recession that came was in 2008, and this is even worse recession than 2008, particularly for us, because in that case, people were only affected in US, more importantly, but then here, people are generally affected in India also at the very same time, right? In fact, the last recession that happened, the largest recession that happened was in 1918, and that was called as the Great Depression. This is even more worse than that, right? So similarly, to talk about how do you get the job in such difficult times, based upon the current scenarios, are going to companies recruit, and if yes, then when they are going to recruit. So I've just divided my particular lecture into four separate points, and then we'll talk about more about each of them simultaneously. So first thing is AMCAT, CoQ, Z-Litmus, and TCS Ion. These are the four options to get jobs when any on-campus jobs are not happening for you, and even off-campus companies are not coming to you, right? So which one should you give? Which one is the best? Because obviously, maybe with AMCAT as of now, companies which recruit via AMCAT, all of them are affected badly, and these companies are not recruiting via AMCAT. Maybe the situation is better with eLitmus or CoCubes or whatnot, right? The next thing that we are going to talk about is majorly for 2021 batches, right? And 2020 batches also who are still aiming for product-based companies is what should you be doing different than for service-based companies or product-based companies altogether. So even if you have a service-based companies offer, so in that case, how do you get a product-based companies offer? So we are going to talk about that. Then difference between 2020 pass outs and 2021 pass out. There's a humongous difference on both of them being affected with coronavirus update, right? So which one is more affected? 2020 pass outs or 2021 pass outs, right? And then we are going to talk about, this is a very famous question that I, being a CSIT student or non-CSIT students, I'm going for service-based companies or product-based companies. Should I learn everything that CSIT student learns, or should I not learn everything that they are learning and just learn, particularly what they should be studying, right? So in the meantime, if you have any questions, you can post it and our team will reply. How to get into big four companies like Deloitte, PwC, and KPMG? Krishnendu, at the very end of it, could you please ask me about it, and I'll love to answer this question. This is actually a very good question. Getting into big four is very different. They basically analytics based companies, very different than product based also and service based also. Right. So moving further in our lecture, right? Just give me 1 second. Okay. Let me just clear all of this here. Okay. So first of all, it is very important to know about jobs, what jobs are happening even before applying them. So there are some companies which are still doing off campus. Approximately 200 plus companies are partnered with PrepInsta, and we will help them market. So just like Amazon, we marketed Amazon for 2021 batches. So, a lot of companies are partnered with us to help them, because obviously they are not going to visit campuses for 2021 batches. All the hiring will happen online, right? So they need to find a way to reach out students. So that is where PrepInsta helps, because PrepInsta by far has the largest traffic. And the second website that comes close to PrepInsta in terms of traffic would be Geeks for Geeks. So PrepInsta highest traffic, then Geeks for Geeks, and then there are a few other websites, right? So how do you join them? You can visit our Telegram groups. So you can visit prepinsta.com/telegram. In that case, there would be different batches for 2020, 2021, and then 2018 or 2019, right? right? So since we don't want to shit post you, since and only want that you only hear relevant things, right? You being a 2021 pass out should not, get alerted if there's any drive not happening for you and is happening for 2020 pass out. So which is why we have created separate Telegram, separate Instagram, and separate WhatsApp. And I will suggest that join all of these four, because sometimes it happens obviously for marketing reasons. Sometimes we tell that, okay, it's an Instagram exclusive drive and we are not going to post the links on WhatsApp groups or LinkedIn, right? And automatically, if you sign up on PrepInsta, right, and you will also get SMS updates of various hirings that happen via us. So I will suggest go to all of these links. The links would be available also in the description, or you can take a screenshot of this particular image and then go after the lecture, right? So it is very important for all of you because majority of the drive will happen. So Cisco drive is going to happen, PayPal drive is going to happen, and TCS drive in the next 1.5 months, right? And most of these drives would be in partnership with PrepInsta. So only PrepInsta will be allowed to market all of these drives, right? So moving further, particularly, okay. So obviously there is no off-campus drive happening. And this was a very important question by one of those students, sir. There, I know that there is no off-campus drive happening right now, and even though it is happening very little. Right. So should I even give AMCAT, CoCube, Z-Litmus, TCS Ion? I am a 2021 pass out or 2020 pass out. Should I give all of them or a few of them? Right. So first example, each of these except E-Litmus, their score is valid for 1 year and E-Litmus code is valid for 2 years. So if you give exams now, in that case, for that duration of 1 year, whenever any particular company is becoming active, you would be eligible for that drive or for that interview if you score well. Ideally, you should score more than 85 percentile in general scenario, but then these are not general scenarios. So I will suggest that 90 percentile in each of them would be very sufficient. I will also suggest that join some online classes. I'll not say, only PrepInsta. I will definitely say, obviously, PrepInsta is the best and the market leader in this position. But then again, it's an open world. You can join any online classes. We will say our online classes are the best because generally other online classes will not cover the whole course of CoCube, G-Litmus, and all of these. So they will just cover the aptitude. However, we cover DSA, we also cover C, we also cover C++. So approximately 200 hours of lecture for at least AMCAT and CoCubes is provided, right? So we'll talk about more about the comparison of each of them. So first of all, if I go back to the previous slides, then again, yes, 2020 batches should definitely give it right away. And I'll just help you select the which one would be best for you in the next slide. Because if you don't have jobs, I'll not say wasting, giving 1,000 rupees or 1,500 rupees, or maybe 3,000 rupees if you also want to do preparation with some online course, you have spent lakhs and lakhs of rupees throughout your life, right? Spending 3,000 rupees is a very less factor in getting a jobs if you want to spend 1,000 or 1,500 rupees to give AMCAT or CoCubes, and then 2,000 or 1,500 rupees to prepare for each of them, right? You've spent lakhs and lakhs of rupees in your college fees itself, right? And the college is not giving you jobs as of now. So if you're not giving AMCAT, CoCubes, E-Litmus, thesis ion, and you are unplaced, I will say that you're a fool, personally, right? And then I will help you select which one is the best for you. So if we look at this particular thing, in terms of helping you decide, because obviously you will not give all four of them, right? Ideally you should give two or one, or max to max three, depends upon how much money do you have, right? So first of all, which one can you give as of now, right? So AMCAT you can give as of now because you can give the exam from home. You don't have to go from any test center. Same for CoCubes, you have to select the slot for your exam, and then you can give the exam from home. Obviously your video and audio will be recorded so that they will be able to verify that you are not cheating in the exam, right? And then particularly, just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Okay. So then E-Litmus you can't give because they would not allow test from home. TCS Ion you can't give because as of now they are not allowing test from home, right? Then difficulty of AMCAT and CoCubes, and let's not talk, or we'll talk about them. Difficulty of AMCAT and CoCubes, both of them are similar. There is a very humongous, so CoCubes has a considerably higher average package. So it's a myth in general students that AMCAT is the best. Yes, AMCAT is very good, but particularly at PrepInsta, we always suggest students to give CoCubes first, and then as a second option, they can also give AMCAT. Right. The reason why CoCubes has a higher package than AMCAT on average, then AMCAT is 4 lakhs, CoCubes is 4.9 lakhs. It also has lesser price. So AMCAT cost is 1200, right? And CoCubes cost is 1100, and it's also some GST. And we'll also provide you coupon code for each so that cost would be reduced for you. I think it would be somewhere in my next slide. For eLitmus, it's better. It has the highest average package, but number of jobs with eLitmus are a little lesser in terms of if we compare it from AMCAT and CoCubes, right? So if you get placed, in that case, your package would be higher, but you have a little lesser probability of getting placed. So let's say if I say if you score 85 percentile in AMCAT and 85 in this and 85 in this, in that case, you will have lesser chance of getting recruited by a company in eLitmus then the comparison to you at least need to score 90% to get the same, let's say 3 interviews here, 3 interviews here, 3 interviews here. Here you would need to get 90%. So definitely I will say CoCubes is the best in terms of average package. Then the highest package AMCAT is 14 lakhs. The CoCubes is 24 lakhs, which was for Adobe, and eLitmus was I think it was Flipkart. Then TCS and CCQT was 16 LPA. I'm not sure which one was it. Again, TCS and CCQT. So for all the Tata group of companies, these hire via CCQT, and then there are other companies like Asian Paints, Nerolac, Bridgestone, etc., etc. So these also hire via CCQT. I'll also talk about different companies hiring via each of them, so you don't have to worry about them, right? Then AMCAT is generally good if you're aiming for IT jobs or low end IT jobs, like which pay between 3 to 4 lakhs, to be honest. And then if you want to go ahead and make a career in sales, which would be very good if you are very good in communications. CoCubes is equally good as AMCAT in IT, with a little higher package, and mainly because of DXC and Capgemini and other companies. And I'll just refer all of you for it. It is very, very, very good. I'll say it's the best for core companies. If you are a mechanical student, if you are a EC student or triple E student, definitely you should not even think twice and give CoCubes. There is a slight misconception in the market that AMCAT is the best, because generally whenever you are giving on campus exam, you always see AMCAT, right? However, it's not the truth. CoCubes is a little better according to our assessment, right? Then eLitmus is the best if you want to, if you're not satisfied with a job which pays you 4 or 5 lakhs and you want to get a job which pays you 11 lakhs. So as in fact, CoCubes has a job paying higher, right? Then again, TCS and CCQT is also for IT and core. The number of companies hiring via AMCAT are 700, 400 for CoCubes, 300 for eLitmus, and TCS and CCQT 200. But out of these 700, I will say approximately 400 to 500 of these are generally sales companies, right? And in CoCubes also, these are sales companies, but I will say approximately 50 of them are sales companies, right? So in terms of IT jobs, both of them are equal in terms of number of companies that are there in each of them, right? So particularly, I'll say, in fact, I have a little presentation in terms of comparison with each of them, right? So if you can see here, for IT jobs, CoCubes is the best without doubt. Second comes AMCAT, then TCS INC Security, particularly if you're aiming for TCS or TCS digital package or innovator package, right? In that case, give TCS INC Security, and also other companies are also there. The whole Tata Steel, Tata Salt, Trent, Chroma, Tata Capital. So all the Tata group of companies, obviously, and apart from that, there are 100 companies also, non-Tata group of companies, right? And then eLitmus for IT jobs at the very last, right? But then for core jobs, CoCubes is the best, then TCS IN CCQT, then eLitmus, and then AMCAT. However, if you really care about that, okay, I don't, I already have one job, but I want a package that gives me higher than 6 lakhs LPA. In that case, eLitmus is the best. It's not that eLitmus does not give you, low end jobs. Mindtree hires via eLitmus, Accenture hires via eLitmus, and I'll just show you all the companies that hire via each platform. Just, I think we'll have it in the next slide, probably. Okay. So yeah, so now we have coupons here. Okay. So obviously I told you, right. So for CoCubes, you can use a coupon code called Get Ahead. It will give you 200 rupees discount. You can take a screenshot of this page. Also, CoCube's website is a little weird. So you will have you will find it a little difficult in terms of where do I register from. If you wait on a CoCube's website, at the very end of the page there will be a pop-up. In fact, I could also show it to you. So let's go to CoCube's website because it's a little difficult. We'll also put the link. So automatically register now pop-up will come here, and you can click upon it, and then on the next page you will be able to register it. And we'll anyways put the link of register now in the description below. Probably my team would have already put the same, right? AMCAT, the coupon that you can use is AMCAT 825. I will personally say that AMCAT package is a little lesser than CoCubes. Sorry, AMCAT price right now is a little lesser than CoCubes, but then again, there are, so for example, Wipro and Cognizant are the two companies that generally recruit via AMCAT, and they have stopped their hiring. In fact, Cognizant is in a very bad shape as of now. They took $2 billion of loan to survive from a bank just recently. For CoCubes, generally for CoCubes, all of these things are not happening. In fact, Capgemini, which gives the highest offer from CoCubes, is currently hiring. DXC is also currently hiring. I'll just show you, I think, in the next slide, which companies are hiring. So currently, in the current COVID scenario, CoCubes, the number of companies which are active on CoCubes and hiring from CoCubes is more than AMCAT. So I'll say give CoCubes, and you can also give AMCAT as a second scenario. Obviously, TCA Science, CCQT, and eLitmus, all these exams are not happening online, right? Okay. So companies hiring via each of them. So we'll look upon it now. Right. So let me just open an incognito browser. And so let's say you can obviously Google. So companies hiring via AMCAT and companies hiring. So I think there would be a PrepInsta page via CoCube that will come. Okay. So in fact, let me just, list of companies hiring via AMCAT. Okay, so here you would somewhere get PrepInsta page. So here PrepInsta page you've gotten, and here PrepInsta page and list of companies hiring via eLitmus, the same thing, and list of companies hiring via TCS Ion CCQT. Correct. So if we look at AMCAT, the most important companies would be Entity Data. Then you would have Wipro not hiring. Entity Data is hiring. However, Cognizant is not hiring. Then you have HCL Technologies. It is not hiring. Mac Software. It is not hiring. Genpact. It I think is hiring. I'm not sure about it. Mindtree is hiring. Right. So there are lesser number of companies that are hiring via AMCAT. Then this is only a small list. You can go down on the page and then find other companies also that hire via AppGuide, and you can just go to Google and then find this page of PrepInsta, right? If I talk about CoCubes, in this particular case, so as you can see, Capgemini is hiring. Then other companies, Philips Innovation is hiring. Uber India is not hiring. Flipkart is hiring. Voltas, obviously, Summer and AC is hiring. Hanu Software is hiring. Adobe is hiring. Musigma will hire in the next month. Samsung is hiring. DXA Technology is hiring. Then there are so many companies. If you look at this page, so for example, let's talk about the list of companies by package, right? We don't know it about AMCAT, but we know about CoCubes. Flipkart 23 LPA, Adobe 22 LPA, Musigma 21 LPA, Yellow Messenger 2017 LPA, Amazon 13 LPA, Motorola. Then Adobe has also one offer for 10.6 LPA, and Samsung, HSBC 7 LPA. So there are good number of companies that hire with a very high package, right? If we talk about eLitmus, in this case, you know, eLitmus, again, you can't give the exam, but there are good companies. So for example, Amazon hire. So generally in uh, AMCAT, there are not higher paying companies. Only Uber is a higher paying company that I can see. Apart from that, from the list, probably yes, there is higher paying companies, but lesser in comparison with eLitmus or CoCubes. But yes, if in a normal case scenario, Cognizant and Wipros are very, very big companies and they hire in bulk. So which is why I definitely would suggest giving AMCAT, but probably not now, 2 months later. Okay. Then if we talk about e-litmus, then HCL also hires, HP hires, ITC Infotech hires, Capgemini also hires from e-litmus, Siemens hires, CGI hires. But then again, you can't give exams as of now. Flipkart hires, Mac Software hires, Datamatica hires. So there are, good mix of uh, service based companies, also product based companies, also core companies also, right? So if you talk about TC Science, CCQT, in that case GSW, Seal, Tata, so civil companies are there also. CSN electric companies also. Kotak Mahindra hires for IT, Asian Paints for chemical, Bridgestone. So again, then you would see Tata group of companies here. Mahindra and Mahindra is there. So there are many companies for hiring for each of them, right? So basic, let me just yeah. So again, for TCS will start their hiring for 2021 batch in the next 2 months. First, they will hire for digital, and then digital offer would also be valid for TCS Ninja profile for the people who give the TCS Ninja exam. If you score in the top 5%, right? So then again, you should prepare really well for each of them. Okay. So now let me just talk. Yeah. So 2021 batches cannot write these exams as of now. I will not even suggest that you give all of these exams, but then definitely, probably in the next 2-3 months, you can give the exams. But then again, I've told you that CoCubes would be the best exam. I think one person is asking for coupon code. Take this screenshot. Obviously, why will you spend 200 rupees more, or in both cases? I think the discount is 200 rupees in each. We just found out about it from the internet. Right. So you can just go for it. Okay, how can we enroll for the batch of PrepInsta? You can join the online classes. I think I'll show you somewhere in between. Let us not talk about all these things as of now. Okay, so for what is the difference between service-based companies and product-based companies in terms of what they expect from you, right? So there are different things. So obviously, service-based companies generally try to teach you. So approximately 3 to 4 months, your training will happen in a particular technologies. However, product based companies will essentially be taking a 1 week of training max to max, and then directly will deploy you to the code. So obviously they want better coders, right? So this is just basic understanding of each. If I talk about so just give me 1 second. Yeah. So if I talk about the description in each of them, so first thing is aptitude. Now, a lot of people, in fact, from my college, if you do not know about me, I am Atulya, I'm founder of PrepInsta. So I graduated from VIT Vellore, and I was placed in 8 different companies. In my college, it's allowed. You can select, you can get placed in 5 companies paying less than 4 lakhs, 2 companies paying less than 10 lakhs, and 1 company is paying greater than 10 lakhs. So it was the same case in my college, but then other colleges have different things. So I was working with a company called TruePay, which was relaunched as Google Pay, and then it pays, and then Google Pay. So I was working upon that, and then I quit my job to start PrepInsta. Right. So I just want to give you one particular scenario here. There was a particular person. Her name was Arushi, and she was following the wrong approach. She was studying data structures first, and however, I decided that no, first I will study aptitude, then I will study C, C++, then data structures, then competitive programming. And but then she followed that, okay, I will study coding, data structures, and interview preparation. But the point happened, even being from a good college like VIT, she did not get placed at all, and she had a better CGPA and she had a better knowledge about coding than me. The point was, she did not study aptitude at all. This is the first thing that you should study. The reason being, any particular company visiting your college, right? Let's say a VIT has 6,000 students from only one campus graduating every year, right? If a company visits VIT, it cannot take interviews of 6,000 people. So even Flipkart, if it is coming, and Flipkart or Amazon, if it's coming, right, it can't take the interviews of 6,000 people, right? It can't even take coding round of 6,000 people in that case, because let's say output came, output did not came, so even 2,000 people got output. In that case, it would be a little weird. So they shortlist, let's say, generally top 10% of the student based upon the aptitude round, Any company will do this. Any company will do this. So first you should study aptitude. So first they will shortlist the top 10% of the students, because they can't take lakhs of interviews all over India. If TCS is, TCS 6 lakh people apply every year approximately, let's say. So in that case, obviously it can't take 6 lakhs interviews. It can't even take 60,000 interviews. It will probably take 40,000 or 30,000 or something like that, right? And based upon this, it will decide. So again, aptitude is the first and foremost thing that you should study. Now, how should you prepare for aptitude? A lot of people say that, okay, I will study from R.S. Agarwal or I will study from some book. Again, wrong approach. The reason why, there is something called as exam pressure. When I used to give exam, I used to even doubt that 4 into 5 into 4, is it 20? I know that it's 20, but at the time of giving the exam, I am doubting myself, because I have not faced doubt. I have not faced exam pressure. So which is why you should give mock test, mock test, mock test, mock test, mock test, and mock test also of previous year papers. So all the previous year papers for each and every company is there on PrepInsta. You can select a company of your choice and get the detailed analytics. So I'll just help you with all of these. Mainly 2020 batches will already know about it. Maybe 2021 batches that do not. 2020 batches would obviously know PrepInsta is a first choice. Don't want to brag a lot here, but it's the truth. I'm really sorry for a little bragging. Okay. So if we talk about generally, where is my Chrome? Okay, I think I closed Chrome. Yeah, so Chrome is open. So you can go to PrepInsta home, right? From there, select any particular company of your choice. So if you want to prepare for, let's say, I want to prepare for, let's say, TCS, right? TCS Ninja. Go to TCS Ninja. Then go to select the topic that you want to prepare. So for example, I want to prepare for quants, English, programming, coding, and then go to percentages. So I want to study percentages, and specifically the previous year papers of percentages asked in PrepInsta, right? So you will go here, and then you can solve all the questions here. Now, one good thing why I suggest PrepInsta is particularly because we give a lot of analytics to you as a paid user. So if I talk about analytics, so in this case, what exactly happens when you solve a particular question, right? So let's say this was the question. So in this case, you chose option number B. So first analytics data point that you get, that 60% of the people have chosen option number B. So you are also correct, but majority of the people are also incorrect with you. So if I, let's say, go back to PrepInsta and I solve this here, so in that case, I will get the percentages value, right? So similarly, 5% are wrong. So, very good points. You can also see explanation provided by us and other people. The next thing is your ranking for this quiz, just this quiz, your global quant ranking, your college ranking, your accuracy, your global percentile, whatnot. A lot of analytics, which are some of which are too much for you. Then the next thing is time based performance. So let's say you solve it between 75 to 85 seconds, right? In that case, you get to know that, okay, 30% of the people have solved it before you, and 70% of the people have solved it after you. So let's say if I go to this one, so since I'm not logged in because in incognito, which is why I can't see it. Then again, a lot of features are there only for the paid users. Obviously we have 700 employees, so we need to pay them some money, right? So then next thing, something is that is called as performance dashboard, right? So how does performance dashboard essentially work is this. So you go to performance dashboard with all the quizzes that you're solving. So if the quizzes are tagged with quants, so you will see your average ranking for quants. You will see for quants, so overall ranking for company quants, logical, then English, then percentile for each topic, then the accuracy that you are having for whole average out accuracy, total questions that you could have attempted for TCS, total you have attempted, incorrect, unattempted, then daily basis of quants, logical, increase and decrease of percentile with others, accuracy with others. There's a humongous amount of analytics, and the same analytics is also for topic wise, right? So if you want to see that, okay, let's say topic one here is speed, time, and distance. That was averaged out, but then again, just quiz one of speed, time, and distance. So in that case, you can see completion percentage, all of this. So there are humongous amount of things, and then obviously there are mock tests also. So these are mock quizzes And because obviously if you give mock tests and you do not know the concepts or formulas, there's no point of giving mock tests, right? So first you solve something called a smart dashboard. So this is part of PrepInsta smart dashboard, and then as a paid user we give you mock tests which you can find somewhere else, right? So which is why this would be really really important for all of you. I will personally say this, right? Okay, so somewhere we've lost it. Okay, if I go back and I present it again, yeah, now it will come. Okay, so which is why, in fact, 91% of the students who got selected in TCS last year were PrepInsta students. So we are kind of like market leaders in this scenario. Okay, I think I've talked about the analytics and flow. Right. One more thing that at least my team asked me to tell you is because of COVID-19, I know that you guys do not have that much money as you would like, which is why only for these people, and this is only valid for 2 days, we are offering 50% discount on all our courses. And after this, I'm not going to talk about PrepInsta at all. We'll just continue with it. You can use the coupon code COVID-19, and you can find it where you can find all the online courses on prepinsta.com itself, right? So just give me 1 second. Right. So all the online classes could be found here. If you also want to talk about, basic things of how our YouTube videos look like, obviously I am not in office as of now, but what is essentially the quality of the lectures that we provide to you. So in that case, you can go to our YouTube and then, okay, so there's some problem with the internet, I hope. Okay. So let's continue with it. Let's not talk about. Okay, maybe it has come. So if you want to go Infosys script arithmetic questions, right? So in that case, you can see the quality of the videos also. So this is generally, my sales team told me to talk about it once, so which is why I'm talking just once, right? So these are generally the quality of the online classes that we take. So here it's me. I look like this, right? So again, going back to our basic flow, right? Okay, so here, so what should you learn for service-based companies, right? In this case, must. Why C is a must? Because in MCQs, generally, even if you do Java, Python, or whatnot, in MCQs, input-output questions in the written exam, they are going to ask you C. The reason why they ask C is because still in embedded C and C, basic whole the banking system works in C, and obviously Python makes your jobs easier to code, and they don't want that you code in a language which makes your jobs easier and you don't understand the coding logic. So they want to give you one language wherein they can check, okay, you have an understanding of running code, right? Because obviously Python is a little easier. Then the next thing the service companies based company expect from you is at least one object oriented language. It could be anything like C++, Java, Python, or Perl. I'm not sure if Perl is object oriented. Probably it should be, but at least I know about all these three. Then the next thing is, communication skills, right? So communication skills are really, really important for service based companies. The reason being, even if you are a very good coder and you can't speak properly, right? And let's say you want to, and you are working for TCS for a project of, let's say, Nike, and Nike is based out of Europe, right? And you're speaking with the manager of Nike and he wants that, okay, change this particular image or change this price. The product price of this is $59 and earlier it was $39, and you have to speak to him over Skype. If you can't understand his English, if he can't understand your English, or if you stammer, or if you can't speak properly, so he will have a very, very negative impact upon the company, right? So service based company, any service based companies don't care about if you're a good coder or not, if you're a good programmer or not. Obviously they care, but they give more focus. They will take care, okay, this is a decent coder, at least 8 out of 10, but maybe 9, not 9 out of 10, or not 10 out of 10, right? But they want people with communication skill that is 10 out of 10, because of this reason, right? Then again, certifications is a plus. So any company that you're going for interview for, though all of them have marks. So let's say leadership skills, then C, then C++, then projects, there will be 10 such parameters, and they'll be giving you marks, or the interview will be giving you marks out of 10 in each of them, right? So he'll rate you 5 in C, and then your project is 4, and then all of these. So TCS has this particular parameter wherein for certification they will give you grades. So TCS gives you grades. They will give you B grades or A grades or so not, right? So if you don't have certifications, you will get 0 or F in that. However, if you perform really well in coding or other things, right, in that case, probably your average will come better, just as even scoring F in certification. So which is why you may get selected. But then again, certifications is a plus. Now, certifications from Udemy is not considered. So if even my brother is going to pass out this year also from VIT IT, he has joined a course that is costing 20,000 rupees and he's learning machine learning as of now. And he's joined from Udacity, right? So, trust good websites, and those certifications matter, because in that case, it's an added advantage. So even if you don't have certifications for example, Cognizant does not care about certification. They don't have that parameters. But then again, the interviewer will feel good that, okay, machine learning, right? Doesn't matter, right? So then again, obviously this cannot be done by people who are non-CSIT, right? C should be done by people from non-CSIT and CSIT. Again, this should be done by people from CSIT and non-CSIT. Then again, data structures, OS, DBMS, and I forgot to mention one more thing, that would be software engineering, right? Would be very, very important for CS and IT people, right? And at least I will say software engineering is also important for non-CS and IT people. And where should you study it from? I think when I prepared the slide, I think I have a slide wherein I'm mentioning all of these things. The most important thing in any service-based company's interview is the discussion on project. Probably if the interview is 15 to 25 minutes, approximately 10 minutes of those, they will discuss projects. They will ask you to draw all the block diagrams, all the circuit diagrams, all the images for projects. They will also ask you to code a little bit of your project. So for example, one of my student had a project of a home management system. So he told, okay, write a code for on and off using embedded C. Okay, and it was a small code. So let's say he said, okay, sir, 8486, this is coming, and some input. So off, I will use an and condition here, and something like that, right? So he was able to write it just perfectly. Okay, so projects are very, very important. And then only relaxation for non-CSIT people is, don't do DSA, OS, or DBMS. Apart from that, C definitely, object oriented definitely, communication skill definitely, certifications you can do. What's the point of not doing certifications? Yes, it's costly, 20,000 rupees, but then if you can afford, it's all about your job. If you paid 1 lakh rupees for every year, and certification will get you a job, I can't say. So, a lot of people say, sir, I want to get plays, I want to learn from free YouTube. And for all of those people, I tell, you're not going to get plays, my son. I feel very bad, right? Let's not talk about it. And then projects. Okay. Moving further, internships are also important. Moving further, backspace for product-based companies, right? So again, product-based companies, generally CSIT people have a little edge for them. One more thing that I would want to tell you, any particular company, so let's say Accenture generally hires 50% of the hiring will only happen for women or girls, right? And obviously this is not the case in your college. 75% of applying students will be boys, 25% of the applying would be girls. But then again, these companies have a commitment that, and in fact, if out of Fortune 500 companies, I will say 490 companies have a commitment that they will have a gender neutral workspace. So which is why, boys will be recruited less. Some companies, they do. So for example, Deloitte does this. They multiply marks by 1.25 for girls in the final scores of the interview and the written round, right? So just wanted to tell you a little bit of this fact there, right? Okay, so moving further, C is a must. Again, C is a must. You should do C. Object oriented programming is a must for each of them. Communication skills, I'll not say that important as for TCS, Infosys, and all the service based companies, but then obviously you should have. Certification must have. I will say, and this is my personal thing, uh, in Amazon, because in one of the companies that I worked, I'll not say the name. When I was taking the interview, we had 20 final students that we selected from a particular college, and then uh, what we were told by the HR finally, that okay, all these 20 people are good. We need to select only 10 people from this college, because we have different colleges also. we'll shortlist these people based upon if they are having certifications or not. And then they shortlisted them. And then we selected only 12 out of these 20. So certifications are very important, not Udemy certifications. Any certification that costs more than 10,000 rupees is a valid certification, right? So Upgrad would be good, Udacity would be good, right? Websites like these. Like we don't, PrepInsta does not have certifications as of now, so probably maybe in the next 4 or 5 months we may have. I'm not sure about it. Okay, so then DSA, OS, DBMS, everyone. If they don't care that you are from Triple E, if you do not know data structures, they don't care. Then again, DBMS is very, very important for Big Four. So somebody asked me the question, important question, what about KPMG, PwC, Deloitte, and there's one more company in the Ernest and Young, right? Or Mu Sigma, or Deloitte, or mainly analytics based companies. DBMS is very, very important. SQL or DBMS. Then again, all of these things are very important, and then they will give you a lot of puzzles also. So just go to internet and then on a daily basis solve one puzzles, right? Then project discussion goes on for 30 minutes. So for example, in my interview, what happened, my project was based upon image processing. So they asked me what methodologies I can use to reduce the size of the image. So what I told is, let's say my image is completely white in the first half, and in the second half it's blue, right? So rather than storing all the individual values of RGB, 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 what I will do is I will create an hash map of, let's say, 256 comma let's say 1 lakh. So in that case, rather than individual 1 lakh values being stored, this 256 number is repeated 1 lakh times, right? And I will write my code like that. CSE people will understand this, other people will not. Then competitive programming, hands down, HackerRank is the best platform. So competitive programming you should do via HackerRank only, no other websites, right? Okay, so moving further, in the next case. So one last thing that I want to tell you is your resume. So a lot of people make this mistake is say their resume looks like this. So if your resume looks like this, uh, you are going to a lot of companies do this. They see your resume or they shortlist based on resume and they reject you. There and I was taking an interview for a company called Growfers, and we were doing resume shortlisting. And based upon this, if the resume looked like this, we were just rejecting people. Right? Again, if your resume looks like this, we were rejecting people. If your resume looks like this, we were rejecting people. However, if your resume looks like this, again, this gives a lot of positive feedback that you worked hard upon creating the resume. You worked hard upon you really want this job, and I am easily able to identify all the information that okay, you don't have to answer that okay, I know Python, but I'm not that good at Python. So you mentioned it here that okay, my Python skills are not so good, but I know. So if you will ask me, let's say, add two numbers in Python, I will be able to do it. But if you ask linked list program in Python, I will not be able to do. Right. So all these things are very good. Right. And one thing good is I always used to do this. Whenever I used to attend any company's interview, I always used to mention something for the company. So let's say I would mention somewhere Amazon, or let's say I would mention somewhere Google. Right. In this case, what happens? The interview sees that okay, my resume is having the word Google inside it. He's like, okay, he's created the resume for Google. He really wants this job. So somewhere in the back of his mind, I'm just creating a soft spot. Right. So one more example of good resume is like this. Particularly, this is my resume that I used to give. It's a very long resume. Generally, people say your resume should be one word or one page. I do not think so. It's all about your knowledge. Again, the interviewer should not run out of questions. He should have enough things in your resume so that he would not ask questions from other things that he should not be like, okay, kya puchu? What should I ask? Right. And then he'll ask you, let's say, graph, or let's say he'll ask you greedy algorithm. If I give him that, okay, linked list, or let's say I'm very good with, okay, let's say I use the word like uh, big bang testing or white box testing, or let's say inner join or outer join in one of my project description, right? Now he's definitely going to ask me a question about it. So I fooled him to ask me a question that I wanted him to ask, right? So basic things that you should follow about resume. So We also have a resume making service. I think it will be posted by our team members, and which you can find in the description. Okay. So where should you learn for all of these things? So you can take a screenshot of this page. So we have page on PrepInsta for each of them. So for C++, data structures, OS, DBMS, software engineering, competitive programming. Now, a lot of people study from Tutorial Points or Geeks for Geeks. I personally have a problem with both of these because Geeks for Geeks and Tutorial Points is written by students who are interns and they don't know about programming. So the whole C++ is wrong on Geeks for Geeks. I'll just break my head, right? They have explained polymorphism concept and there are 20 pages about polymorphism, whole incorrect, the whole polymorphism is incorrect. They are explaining pure virtual function there. And the the teachers are also teaching wrong thing in the college because they are referring the wrong websites, right? So which is why if I am to give you, so you can take a screenshot of it so that you can find them better. The link would also be provided in the description below. So let's talk about, let's say if you go to PrepInsta, you can find all of these things here. All right, so let's say if you want to okay, just give me 1 second, I'll just remove this bit from the, so you can find, let's say you can find C++, C data structures here. So let's say you want to study data structures, and in that case you want to study that, like, let's say in order, right? In order tree traversals in stacks, queues are also there, doubly linked list, singly linked lists are also there. So let's say in order, right? So you would find all the in order stuff here. It is much better organized than other websites, so you can study it here. I will say that first study PrepInsta and then go somewhere else. All right. Then moving further to the next use case. And then at the very end, don't worry, guys. I will be asking. I will be, giving you time to ask questions also, right? So for definitely one thing that I made clear is if that you should definitely give CoCubes if you don't have a job. Just go today, register, or go tomorrow, register, and use the coupon code Get Ahead. You will get 200 rupees discount. This we found out from the internet, and AMCAT is also something like AM 845 or something like that. You can go to that slide, right? All 2021 batches, if you are unplaced, go give CoCubes. Do not think that I will waste 1500 rupees. If your parents say they don't have money, tell them that, do you want me to get a job? And then don't straight away give CoCubes. At least prepare for 1 month. Give your, register for it today. Then choose the slot after 1 month or 15 days. Study in those 15 days. You can study from books or whatnot, or free YouTube, or you can join PrepInsta course. The link would be in the description below. However, I'll recommend that just to give you a priority, 89% of our CoCubes online class students, or CoCubes online class students, get selected via CoCubes. And then we have a 100% refund policy. So if you don't like online classes, you can get the refund, right? So it's no loss, right? Then again, to get an impact about 2021 and 2020, okay, so Manish is saying to give me coupon code PrepInsta, coupon code COVID-19, all the courses for 50% discount. So generally our courses are for 1999 today, and tomorrow they are available for 900. Sorry, Manish. Moving on. Okay. So 2021 batches and 2020. Some hiring will keep on happening and is happening as of now via CoCubes or AMCAT, majorly via CoCubes, right? But 2021 batch will start from 2 months, but 2020 batches are not that impacted. 2021 batch are badly impacted because what happened? Let's say, let me give you an example of, let's say, company called X, and company called X. I can't name the company exactly, but let's say company called X is a service based company, right? I can't, obviously from service base, which all companies I'm talking about, right? That company hired 30,000 people. Now coronavirus has happened. It knows that it is firing people and reducing the salaries. So probably it would need at max 5,000 people in the next 1 year, right? And because of bad PR, and then it will get into the news that okay, that company rejected or did not honor the offer letter of 25,000 people. What is 25,000? Because 30,000 minus 5,000, right? So which is why they are honoring the offer. But if they were to hire 30,000 next year from 2021 batch, and you would definitely know which company I'm talking about here, right? Now rather than hiring 30,000 students, they are going to hire 8,000 students, right? 6 lakh people applying, for 8,000 jobs. I feel really bad. So, which is why again, what happens is your you need to do well in interviews. So again, 6 lakh people, how many will get shortlisted for interviews? 20,000. How many will finally go to finally get well selected? 8,000. So 10% of 60 lakhs is 60,000, and 10 divided. So basically 3.33% of the students giving exam for this company, which selects 30,000 students. And there are 6 lakh people applying for this student, because obviously 14 lakh engineers pass out every year, but 6 lakh people apply, right? 3.33% of the top students are only going to get job. So, which is why I said mock test, mock test, mock test. If we look at CAT, 2 lakh people give CAT every year. There are 5,000 positions in CAT. 10% of 2,000 is 20,000 and 20,000. So 4% of the CAT students are getting job. 3.33% of the students are getting job in service-based company, like not like, I'm sorry, service-based company, the largest service-based company that there is, right? So it is very difficult for all of you. I will take questions at the very end, so don't worry about them. AMCAT can be optional, because as of now, AMCAT companies are hiring, but lesser in. So let's say 700 companies usually hired via AMCAT. So as of now, let's say 100 of them are hiring, because generally Cognizant and Wipro are more impacted. We did a complete R&D upon it, about each of the company and their stocks, right? But CoQ, let's say 500 companies used to hire. In that case, what is happening? Out of those 500 companies, 300 companies are still hiring. But then again, they can't visit colleges. They can't do off-campus drives on their own, because that is very costly. So which is why they say, okay, we will hire based upon their score, because we want to reduce our cost. Also, one thing is, even my brother was doing it yesterday. My brother was like, okay, I am playing PUBG, and my mom told me that he's playing PUBG approximately 6 to 7 hours a day, and he's watching Friends approximately 4 hours a day, and then he's sleeping 11 hours a day. I told him, do you want to get a job or not? Do you want to sit idle? And then I explained him for about 1 hour. He's from a good college like VIT, but maybe all of us aren't, right? But I told him that you will not get job. Don't wait, start preparing, because for 2021, what will happen in the next 15 days automatically? So just like Amazon Drive came, as of now, Amazon is not going to hire again, right? So it'll give you 1 week. In 1 week, can you practice competitive programming? In 1 week, can you practice aptitude? Aptitude itself will take 1 month. C++ will take another 1 month. Data structures will take another 1 month. Your competitive programming will take another 1 month. Right? So you need 4 months to prepare for placements. You want to be jobless? No, right? You should prepare. So don't play PUBG. Please do not play PUBG. Please do not make TikToks. Yes, you can watch Carrie Minati's video over the YouTube. That's only 10 minutes. I will suggest watching that. But that's the only thing that you should be doing, not anything else, right? Then moving further to the next one. Okay, CS and IT students, what is the whole difference? So let me give you one scenario. There was one person from our placement cell. It's something else I don't want to talk about. So there's something called a PrepInsta placement cell also, right? So there was one student who was from EEE, and she was like, "Sir, I am not going to study C. I am only going to study C, but I'm not going to study C++. I don't want to study it. I am a EEE student. I will tell this in the interview that I don't know." Let's say, is TCS hiring people from EEE? Does TCS want you to work on circuits? No. There are no jobs for EEE people or mechanical people. There are no jobs for mechanical people. Do you know what sales Maruti made last month? Zero. Do you know what sales Mahindra and Mahindra made last month? Zero. So from 2,000 crores every month, they made zero sales. So they are definitely not going to hire for mechanical. It's going to be very bad. So only choice is TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Cognizant, Mindtree, because obviously these companies will be hiring in at least, they'll reduce their hiring by 80%, but they will still hire. I will not say it officially, but that is my gut feeling. Okay. So again, TCS wants to hire coders. It is allowing you, it is doing a courtesy upon you, that it is allowing you to sit for its campus placements or off campus. There is no campus placement for TCS. TCS only hires off campus, right? So they don't care you are from Triple E. They only care, are you a good coder? They may not ask you DBMS. So, if you, so basically, let me tell you, non-CSIT or CSIT, both should study C, C++, and, projects, and a little bit of data structures and software engineering must. I don't care that you're Triple E and you don't know software engineering. Software engineering is theory. It is no coding, it is theory. Okay. But if so, so you should know a little bit of DSA. So why DSA? Because in TCS there was this question: find the in order of this, and then there were 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, find the in order of this. Then there were question about linked lists. So they don't care that, okay, you should, they are not asking you that, okay, code trees or code linked lists, but they are asking you theoretical questions upon this concept. So you should study data structures, even if you're mechanical students. So obviously, if you're mechanical, you don't know C, C++ also properly. So first study this, and then data structures, right? Approximately out of 20 questions on from in TCS from programming logic section, approximately 7 to 8 questions are on DSA, and 6 to 4 questions are on C++. Approximately 10 questions are C and input output. Input output is they'll give you a pseudocode, right? So that is the basic structure. And then aptitude, English, and there is one thing, that is coding is also there, right? So if you do C++ and C, obviously coding is also there, right? And what additional things should CSIT people should study? One thing is there is DBMS, there is OS, then networking, basic networking like OSI, IPv4, IPv6, all of that networking. Then data structures in detail. They don't care. In my Wipro's interview in college, they asked me to write linked list insertion, right? Because that was also because I was acting, over smart, and I was acting like I know everything, and then he was able to understand it. But this is like a little more difficult question for uh, Wipro, at least. But he asked me. Maybe he would not ask anybody else, right? Uh, then competitive programming from HackerRank, no doubt. Don't use any other platform, right? And then try to get one certification, or try first at least join one course from PrepInsta. So there is something called as Royal Pass, in which you get DBMS course, OS course, C course, C++ course, data structures course, and all the companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, etc., etc., all the courses you get. Or if you want to just join TCS, you can join TCS. In that case, you will get aptitude course, coding course, and data structures course, and C and C++. But you will not get networking or other things, right? Uh, so join TCS course. And the next thing is, at least join one uh, certification. Certification course. If you're 2021 pass out, if you're 2020 pass out, if you're 2019 pass out, please, I will suggest that you've spent lakhs on rupees uh, on your uh, degree, finally to get a job. You prepared so hard for IITs. Probably you got in IITs. Probably you did not got in IITs, right? Maybe some students in the webinar would be from IIT, right? But in any case, you work so hard for your job, right? Approximately 3 to 4 thousand rupees you spend on aptitude and C++, and data structures. All the courses are available on PrepInsta, right? Approximately 3 to 4 thousand, and 20,000 is approximately your budget. In that case, do it on certifications. Please don't feel like, and then this is not available on PrepInsta. So Udemy, not sorry, no, Upgrad, Udacity. I'm not sure. Even I don't even know about what are the good websites for certifications. But don't spend 1 lakh rupees like on certification. Anything that is cheaper, like 20,000. Okay. Then moving further. Just give me 1 second. All right. Okay. So I'll take up questions. So these are the discount codes. I just want to display all of you at the very end. The lecture essentially has ended. I am open to questions now. So CoCubes, use. There is a link for CoCubes. Use coupon code and you will get 200 discount. CoCubes is a better option than AMCAT without doubt. I will say first give CoCubes. If you have more money, then give AMCAT. Don't do AMCAT because Cognizant and Wipro are not hiring. In fact, 60% of hiring via AMCAT happens via these two companies and they are not hiring. So give CoCubes. CoCubes is a little costlier and it is costlier only and only because there are more companies right now. Right. So these are the coupon codes for CoCubes and AMCAT. Right. Obviously, we don't get anything out of these. We're just giving so that you get some discount. For PrepInsta courses, you can go to our website. You will get 50% discount today and tomorrow. Effectively 999 rupees for general course that costs 1999. So all of those would be valid. I believe my team have done so. Basic learning is free on PrepInsta. So if you don't want to go with video courses, you know, theory lectures, theory of C++, data structures, and all of that is free. Even Aptitude and all of that is free. So right, again, you can, if I go back, you can go to PrepInsta, right? So just give me 1 second. I'll just remove all this bit from here. So you can go and study data structures, each of it here, or if you want, you can go you can go and study C++ from us, but you will not get video lectures. Then again, if with video lectures your cost or you would have taken, it would take a little more time. And if you want to study company wise, find previous year papers. So let's say if you want to go for Cognizant or let's say Infosys, go to prepinsta.com, go to Infosys, scroll down on the Infosys dashboard, select the topic that you want to prepare. So let's say if you want to prepare for data interpretation, right? Okay, just give me 1 second. The website did not get loaded. So let's say if you want to study for speed, time, and distance, go to speed, time, distance. All of these are actual previous year papers. Actually, there are, except PrepInsta, there are all the websites that give. So I can't name the website for legal reasons, but 99% of the websites that are there on the internet, not 99, they're not even 99 websites focusing upon placements. All of them gives questions from RS Agarwal or from India Bakes or whatnot, right? So those are not actual previous year papers. They just copy paste. They are not even partnered with companies so that those companies will give their actual papers. They are not even giving, so they don't do R&D like that. So you can go to PrepInsta and, you will get a lot of cool analytics like these. So, just focusing upon analytics. So we give a lot of analytics like these. These, and after every quiz you get to know your performance ranking for each quiz, and then you obviously get mock tests, right? So PrepInsta is all about, so basically our students know before they give TCS exam, they know already that if they are going to get selected on TCS or not, right? Basic things. Then if I'm going to go, I think we have a last slide and then I'm open to questions. Yeah, how to get to know about jobs? Follow PrepInsta. There are 200 companies partnered with us for our off-campus rides. As of now, they're not happening, but once they happen, we will let you know. So since we have different batches for different one, right? Unlike other people, we don't care about number of followers on our Instagram, right? In fact, if you combine our Instagram followers, they are 10x of any of our competitor, right? So which is why we have separate channels for 2021 on Instagram, separate account for 2020 and separate for 2019. And then same goes for Telegram and WhatsApp, and LinkedIn is one, right? Because we don't want 2020 people to get bothered if any drive is only happening for 2021. So, go to this link, you will find each of them for your relevant batch, right? So I'm open for questions now. Yeah, Coursera is good, Jivan Matthew. How to prepare for core companies? How first Aptitude companies are going to take Aptitude round, then first that, and then your talk to your I'm not sure, but talk to your teacher. Sir, what should I study for placement? So for example, even in computer science, right, there are 30-40 subjects, but there are only 7 to 8 subjects that you should study. How hiring for core companies? Don't say core companies like right now. core companies also say it like 20, say it like mechanical or triple E. Mention branches. So mechanical is all. I can't use the word. Obviously, this is a live lecture. Mechanical is all bad. There is no mechanical. Mechanical. No job. No mechanical jobs nowhere. Maruti, Honda, John Deere, all companies are basically making no profit. Hiring would be there in the next 1.5 months. We can't promise it, but we are in touch with TCS people. They have said that it should be there. They are just waiting for a little bit. Okay. And then, who said this? Dependra, give Coke cubes. Give Coke cubes. Okay. Also, our social media influencer is saying that this is why do you care about 40 rupees? Okay, I'll say it. So my team is asking that we want at least 2 to 3 super chats from at least people. If Carrie Minati can get so many super chats, obviously PrepInsta can get so many. At least 2 or 3 super chats. Communication issue: what to do? Stand in the front of the interview. Stand in the front of the mirror, and then give your interview to yourself. Speak fluently. Uh, Maybe we should launch a course for interview as well. We've not launched this other yet, but if we get enough feedback, we'll launch one course for that. Then listen to English songs, listen to movies, watch movies. This is very weird. I'm asking you to watch movies. If you're very bad with communication, these are the only 3 ways. When should 2021 batch apply for CoCubes? So there is one page, best time to give CoCubes. I will personally say CoCubes is the best. Just give me 1 second. Best time to give CoCubes, where is PrepInsta? Okay, we also have one page for best time to give CoCubes. This is weird. So I'm very proud of my team. If we have page for even this much, so best time to give CoCubes is basically tells you the number of companies hiring by month. So it's the maximum in May. So you should give it in March. Right. Then it also tells you when these. So HSBC is hiring from February to June. Uber generally hires from September to November. Hanu hires from this. Flipkart hires from this. So then again, you can check. Aman Dikshit, thanks for your super chat. You could have said something also. Could have acted like yellow super chat. Guy. Have jobs, it would be lesser for you definitely, since they have to forcibly honor jobs of 2020 batches. So they can't cancel 2021 batches offer because it will be all over news and it would be bad. So obviously, if they hire less next year, so in that case, it will not be a problem. So if let's say any company was going to hire 40,000 people, now it's going to hire 10,000 people. Okay, I left C, C++, continue with Java. I am a EC student, sir. It's right or not? It's fine. I will say any one object-oriented language, whichever you like, you go ahead with it, right? But there is a lot of bullshit given on the internet. For C, C++, we don't have Java on PrepInsta, but C, C++, I can definitely say because our C, C++ courses or pages are made by teachers who are paid 1.5 lakh rupees every month, right? So which is why we must be doing something right. At the beginning of last year, what are the things every fresher should know for CSE? Language, data structures, DBMS, operating system, software engineering, basics of networking, and competitive programming if you're aiming for companies which are paying more than which are paying more than 6 lakh, right? For 2019 batches, give CoCubes. Please give CoCubes. I will say if you first give CoCubes, if you have a little more money, then give AMCAT also. Obviously, uh, you can't give TCS, IMC Security or eLitmus as of now because they don't allow, they will not allow exam from home. But CoCubes and AMCAT, both of them are allowing exams from home. So you can just, if you have a good internet connection, you can give the CoCubes and AMCAT exam from home. CoCubes is better than AMCAT in general ways also, and currently it's even much better. Open code, open code better है आपका is AM 825 PrepInsta 50% discount today and tomorrow, COVID-19. I am not able to access. I've taken Royal Pass any course for interview as of now. Sir, I have a Unity 3D game as a final year project. Uh, I will say this is something Gaurav that I did. I had a project on image processing, and I was very confident because the whole project I did not buy the project. I made the project on my own. Right. So I used to take my laptop. As soon as he started to talk about my project, I just opened my laptop. I showed him the code. He would say, okay, cool code, whatnot, and he would ask me questions about it. Obviously, I have made the project, so I can code it again, right? So you can do the same thing. And it is very good factor that it shows your confidence that he didn't ask you to open your laptop. You opened your laptop and showed your code to him. And I always used to keep it open so that I just needed to open my screen and then he can see it. I am from mechanical. The company's mechanical will hire this year. No, Ankita, sorry to disappoint you. This is the honest truth. Mechanical hiring is reduced by 95%. So if let's say there were 1.5 lakh IT jobs, and in comparison to that, there were 10,000 mechanical jobs. This year is going to be 500. You see, right? How many cars did Maruti sell last month? How many cars did uh, John Deere or Escort sold last month? None. How to crack aptitude round? Join online courses with PrepInsta. Obviously, we teach you everything. Logical English is there, so you will not get C++ videos. But if you, let's say, join for TCS, in that case, aptitude also you are getting. Data structures also you are getting. Uh, C++ also you are getting. So I will say that because in that case, join TCS. And then there is something called as, so, get in touch with our team. They will call you. They will ask which all companies visit our campus and they will understand better. So, send us a message on our Instagram page. They will tell you which course would be better of PrepInsta for you. Right. I personally, it doesn't feel right if I talk about money in this, right? Let my sales team talk about money. Let me just tell you, basic things, how to prepare, right? Doesn't talk like if that kind of gesture is coming from the founder of the website. Okay. Um, Internships are good. Internships are good. What about placements this year? Mention batch Riyadh Dadij, 2021 or 2021. E-litmus is very good if you want a job. So, for example, just let me go back. I said here, if you want a job for greater than 6 LPA package, e-litmus is the best. Worst part is you can't give e-litmus as of now because e-litmus does not allow exam from home. MCAT and co-cubes are allowing. Can you explain about walk-ins, how the walk-ins will be? There is no walk-ins. Walk-ins is an alternate word for off-campus. First, earlier there used to be walk-ins because, there was no concept of giving a written exam from home. So walk-in was a concept of 5 years ago. But right now what happens, you sit at home, you give exams at home, the online exam. Generally, these happen via AMCAT and GoCubes only. And those scores are only valid for that exam. Uh, so walk-ins is not there, right? Walk-ins is basically changed to giving e-litmus, TCS and CCUT, CoCubes, all of these exams. I've given I've given CoCubes and I scored 420. Should I give exam again from 2021 batch? Yes, 420 is a bad score as far as I know. Any score greater than 600 is better. You have a chance of getting a job there. Again, Naveen, probably you would have studied from RS Agarwal. Again, or YouTube. Again, there's no harm joining a course. Right. I think my net is not working. I scored 502 in CoCubes. It's a good score. It's not good. That it was a good score earlier, but now it's not. Okay. Thank you, Count, for super chat. I hope more calm. So I scored how to get into Big Four. Yes. So this was a good question. Big Four, study DBMS, study SQL, and puzzles. So puzzles, like, there are 8 coins, and you want, in how many comparisons you can find that, one coin is fake. And fake coins means, let's say fake coins is 90 grams and actual coin is 100 grams. So, puzzles like these are hard. And then there is something called as guess estimates. So for example, they will ask you how many red Maruti Suzukis are there in Chennai, and you have to answer that question. There's no correct answer, but they want to check your approach. So there is a very good approach. You can find guess estimates on the internet. E-litmus का plan बचा दो. It's very difficult to practice. E-litmus is as difficult as CAT is. You can join PrepInsta's online course, or you can study free from the internet. What can I say? Join PrepInsta's course. If you don't like it, we have 100% refund policy, right? Approximately 10 lakh people use PrepInsta every day, right? We must be doing something right. For companies, internship is the main thing, but now how can we do internship? Actually, you can apply for you can send a message on our Instagram channel. But internship is not that mandatory. If you take an alternative thing that, okay, you're good with extracurriculars and then you don't smoke up, or you don't, basically internships are just like that, you're motivated and you don't smoke. You're not into bad activities and you're oriented and disciplined person. So that is what internships show. Is Aptitude career ride is good? No. Why don't you study from PrepInsta? I'm not sure. I've never heard about career ride. I know that IndiaBix is a good website, but not about career ride. How to prepare for CoCubes? How to prepare for CoCubes? Why people are asking this question? I took the whole video about this concept only. Right. Go to PrepInsta.com. Go to all companies. Go to CoCubes here. Start preparing from the free ones that we have. One quiz is free, one quiz is not, and then solve questions for CoCubes from here. Why did you leave your job for a startup? I wanted to do the startup, which is why. Right, so you can go and study topic by topic of each things and get all the analytics. And if you want to join our online courses, then you can go click on this online class option, and then CoQs would be there. Manish sir, we miss your classes. Please take such classes. Okay, I will follow this to Manish. Manish is one of the co-founders of PrepInsta. Special preparation for campus placements. I can get your question, Manish Kumar. I'm a third year student. I am getting an internship in a startup. Should I take it or focus on placement preparation? Focus on placement preparation. If 9 hours in the office you're spending on preparation, on something else, and 9 hours you are spending on C++ data structures, competitive programming, that is much better. Internship is nothing but just a certificate. Till now, I have not done any project. What can I do? Join, take a course for machine learning or data science or artificial intelligence or web development. Definitely there would be some project in that. I'm 2019 pass out. What will be hiring chance for in 2019? Almost nil. uh, After 2 months there will be zero hiring for 2019 pass out. Zero hiring. So give CoCubes now, or either do MBA or work in a sales job. I applied for Insta Placement Exclusive Program. 1 lakh people apply every year. We selected 600 students last year. All right. So maybe your resume was not shortlisted, or maybe, obviously so many people apply, so we can't call all the people today. Right. So in the next 1 week, you will get the call. If not, you can mail us and support@prepinsta.com or at our Instagram, and our team will take your interview on priority. One person is asking CoCube's coupon code. Yeah. So for example, CoCube's online classes. So you can join Royal Pass. Royal Pass is basically all the online courses, C, data structures, and TCS, Infosys, Wipro, everything in once. Combo one is basically for AMCAT, CoCube's, and CCQT. Combo two is for all the service-based companies. And for CoCube, the courses here, it's for 1999. You can join it today. Use coupon code. Where is that? Use coupon code COVID-19. You'll get 50% discount. There was one question. Yeah. So one person was asking CoCube's coupon code. It's get ahead. Right. Tell me about 2020 batch. Will big MNCs hire after lockdown? No and yes. Cognizant not going to hire, Wipro not going to hire, Infosys not going to hire, Capgemini yes going to hire, but only via CoCubes. DC yes going to hire, but only via AMCAT and Eliquus because it hires via both of them. Right. And TCS yes, in the next 2 months there will be a TCS hiring. What are the prerequisites to join your YouTube moderator brigade? Boom, no. Text us on our Instagram if your message is good. In that case, cool. Sanket Bahira, you're spamming, something like that. So I have Neptel C language certificate. Can it count as a project? No, no. Neptel, how can you study from Neptel? Neptel was there, and when I was in college, also, it was the worst course ever. Okay, English comprehension 455, logical reasoning 550, computer science 500, automatics 15. Is this good? Yes. Automatics is bad. English comprehension is bad. Quant is good. Probably you will get called from Cognizant, but you will not get calls. You will get called, but once they start to hire. As of now, they are not hiring. Parul saying, I have enrolled in HSBC preparation program. I want to know why I can prepare some psychometric tests and puzzles. We don't have any psychometric tests and puzzles and videos for that. Probably what you can do, Parul, is you can text our team and then uh, they will give you C courses for free. And tell them that Atulya sir said so in the YouTube video. Okay. And it's not for everyone, it's only for Parul. Can we prepare a DSA in Python for Hack with NP? Yes, you can. TCS hiring for 2020 batch in July. But start preparing for that right now. Right now. Data structures is going to be asked in TCS. Doesn't matter if you're a mechanical student, they will ask data structures in the written round. Probably not in the interview. As an EC student, do I need to study DBMS or not? I will say C++, definitely you should study, or C or any other object-oriented language, definitely you should study. Software engineering, definitely you should study. Data structures, just theory. Just go to PrepInsta, read the coding, the theory. Right. Just understand how linked lists work, what is like the pseudocode for linked lists, just that. Any drive for 2020 would be there for via CoCubes and AMCAT. So give CoCubes. With CoCubes, I will say if you score more than 85 percentile, in that case, there is 90% chance of getting placed. With AMCAT, if you score more than 85 percentile, there is 50% chance of getting placed. How can I prepare for TCS Code Vita? Actually, in the next 1 week, we are going to launch, not 1 week, probably next 10 days, we are going to take some YouTube lectures on Code Vita and some course also. Does Corona affect 2022 placements? No, no. 2020, don't worry. 2022, it will be even better. Since companies hired less in 2021, company will hire stop. So, for example, TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Cognizant will hire 80% less, which is why they will hire more very hard to get a job. TCS will hire for 2021 batches, yes. Approximately 3 lakh people will apply. They will only hire 5,000 people. Join unplaced because of, just saving 2,000, 3,000 rupees. Sir, for Deloitte, where should I do EE? Where should I do EE to Deloitte or then second level interview after I am preparing from your site? Asta Kalra, you can join a Deloitte course or you can study from the free course also if you are very good. In that case, it's up to you. Go to PrepInsta's Deloitte dashboard. You'll find all the previous year papers for Deloitte. In Deloitte, there is something called as group discussion Scrum GD. That's very important. And Deloitte also, there is one good thing for Deloitte, I'll tell you. Deloitte will multiply your marks by 1.25 times if you're a girl. Both in interviews also and in written also. In fact, Accenture also does this. They wouldn't tell you upfront, but actually this happens because right now 30% of the people working in Deloitte are women and 70% of those are men, which is why, and they want to make this ratio 50% and 50%, which is why they hire more girl students than male students. How do I get this time? Go give CoCubes and AMCAT, take course or West, PrepInsta is the best. Will Infosys and Wipro hire again for 2021 two batches? No, not Wipro is not going to hire. Infosys is not going to hire. I can't say it officially. That is our assumption on what we are seeing in the market. DXC is going to hire via CoCubes. Capgemini is going to hire via CoCubes. Microsoft is still hiring via CoCubes. HSBC is hiring via CoCubes. Mindtree is currently hiring via AMCAT and eLitmus. That's NTT Data is hiring via AMCAT. Yeah, so there is a tax for being a boy these days. Yes. Sir, what are the upcoming placement exam? 2020 or 2021 you have to mention. I am in place for 2020 batch IT. How do I get placed this time? Guys, thank you for joining this session. I think if you still have questions, what I will suggest you, we generally we pay people highly, and we have people on our Instagram. So what you can do is go to prepinsta.com/Instagram. I hope this is the correct URL, and then select the batch. If you still have questions, then select the batch that you are of. So let's say 2021, and if you're 2020, then this page, and then send us a message here, right? And follow us, send us a message here, and our career counselors will tell you what is the best thing. All right, so do that. And these are the links for join all of them, not just don't just join Telegram on, and that's all. You can also join WhatsApp, and LinkedIn is just good. You should create your LinkedIn. Your placements will start from the next 1 month. Most colleges will not open for the next 3-4 months, so all the companies will hire off campus. Thanks a lot, PrepInsta sir and PrepInsta team. I am new to PrepInsta placement team. I am sure I will get placed with all your support. Lost a lot to PrepInsta. Is this a fake ID? This is too much. This is TMI. Also, too much rewards. Please upload this webinar again on YouTube. Yes, automatically it will get updated. Anubhav, could be a possibility that Cognizant is the worst affected company. There is a reason what happens is, so it also depends upon the kind of project. So which is why Capgemini and TCS and DXC are hiring. Because they have higher projects of banking, right? So let's say banking or insurance or lifestyle. right? So let's say lockdown happened, right? So which is why a bank like Kotak Mahindra or PNB, their offices is not opening. So which is why they want that, okay, our website should look good. We launch new features of website, like chatbot on website. We launch internet things related to internet, and they will give more projects to companies like these, right? Same goes for lifestyle. So let's say H&M or Bata is not able to sell things because the government is not allowing them to open shops, and even if they will allow, people will not go outside and will buy. So which is why they need to make websites, and they will tell all these companies to make websites for them, right? So it depends upon. So Capgemini has 50% of banking and lifestyle projects. However, KPIT, which only focuses upon motors, right? KPIT makes software for your dashboard. So let's say whatever screen that you see in the car, movies on the car panel, and all the software related to cars and all of these, KPIMG only focuses upon these such projects, and just focusing upon Audi, Mercedes, Maruti, Hyundai, all of these companies. Now obviously all of these companies are not happening. KPIG sent 50-75% of their employees on unpaid leave, and this is basically for freshers, right? And Cognizant is hardly hit because it has larger such projects, uh, larger projects like companies which are badly effective, like Big Bazaar, or companies which are more affected, and they don't want to make websites, or they can't make websites. How can Maruti make websites and sell cars online, right? They can try to, but they will not get results. Okay. So which is why, all these companies are happening. Give CoCubes. Again, one person is asking, sir, I am not getting CoCubes. How to register for CoCubes? Go to cocubes.com, and there is a button called register. Just give me 1 second. There is a button called register now. Here, click on that, fill the form, uh, enter your email ID or whatnot, and use coupon code. And actually, so this is very basic. Why should I even tell you? Go to our website. My internet is a little slow, so which is why it's not open. I'm from mechanical field, 2017 pass out. Can I give exam and get placed? You are not eligible, my friend, for giving CoCubes or AMCAT at all. Do MBA or MTech. How many students DXC will hire? Approximately 10,000. ITES. Yes. Yes. ITES will get affected. Guys, I'm sorry. This lecture could go on for two hours. Uh, I'm also my even my voice has gone now. If you have questions, text us on our Instagram page. You can also follow me, Atulya. My Instagram ID is Insta. What is that? Instagram.com/Atulya.Kaushik. Right. You can message me here. I generally don't reply. So which is why I'll say better. Send us a message. So I generally share school photos. Right. If you are less than 60%, then what should we try? Cognizant is the only company that will allow you. So as you can see here, I have a photo with Vasantara Raje. Right. So this is where I'm in. Basically, we got to speak about PrepInsta. Right. Okay. So follow here. Take screenshot of this, or visit them. Take screenshot of this, and then take screenshot of this, or type this, so that you can study all of this from PrepInsta. All these resources are free. Okay, guys, Adil, who's replying on chat, is saying that very less number of super chats we've gotten. So, I personally am requesting, send me some super chats. It may be 20 bucks also. No problem. Just, Adil will be happy who's replying on chat to you. Okay. Guys, make sure that you follow on our social media channels. Thank you for watching. I go. Text us on our Instagram. We want to give exam again. If you did not get good score, obviously your percentile should be more than 85 or 90. If it is less than 85, no chance of getting job. Location is basically Vivek. Yes. So there is some problem with CoCubes. When you go to CoCube's website and try to fill the form, it will ask you location. Just fill your location. Your exam will be online from home only. Don't worry about it. Okay. Use coupon code. Get ahead. I'm not sure. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. I'm just closing the session now. If you have questions, text us on our Instagram page. One last time, all these coupon codes here. Follow PrepInsta here. These are the links here. Thank you. All the best. If you have some questions, text us on the channels for 2021. Follow us here and text us here for 2020. Follow us here, text us here. Join PrepInsta Telegram also. So you can go to prepinsta.com/Telegram and join the relevant links there. Right. I'm just closing this session. Okay. So, okay, guys, minding the stream. Thank you.